I'm going to bust 3 myths that employees have as to why they're at where they're at. Now, if you don't like discomfort, now's the time. Do the skip thing, make it go away, stop, stop, stop. You don't want to hear this. If you're easily offended or you just don't like to hear the truth, not the video for you. Just go away before it starts. So the 3 truths that I'm going to share with you are 3 things I commonly hear people say inside of the organizations that I work with. And one of them is hard work doesn't pay off. A lot of people say that. And those same people tend to say, I get the job done. I come here to do a job. I work my butt off. I get the job done. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do my job. Well, let me tell you what reality is. Hard work is always recognized unless you pissed everybody off. I know that sounds uncomfortable, but that's the reality. Every company is looking for people who will rise above and do their best. Every company is looking for that gem, that diamond that they can bring up that will help them make change, help them become more effective, help them become more efficient. They spend a ton of money to do that. They pay me to come in and train people and pay me a lot of money in the hopes that that will occur. And I deliver that to them. But if they're willing to spend all that money, why do you think they would ignore hard work? So people who say that should take a good look inside of themselves and go, well, is it the hard work that's not paying off? Or do I not understand what the difference is between an employee and somebody who actually adds value and makes an impact? See, processing things at the lowest of levels can be done by many, many people, and many people can do it well. But you know what makes a difference between a great person who can process things well and a manager and a great manager? The ability to multiply the capabilities of people around you. Some companies may promote just based off of hard work, and that's really a bad practice. The reason that you look in to promote somebody is that you know that not only are they good and understand what they do and they're excellent at executing it, but you know that if that person were to lead that group, everybody around them will become better. Because that person understands who he needs to be to each one of those people to bring out the best in every one of them. He will multiply their output. So I come here to get my job done and not to make friends. That mentality is what's getting your work unrecognized. It's what's holding you back from taking the next step. The next step is not about how good you do a task. The next step is how well you can multiply the talents of others. And that's the truth. That's myth 1. We've busted myth 1. Now we're going to go on to myth 2. People who kiss the boss's ass are the guys who get promoted. Thought that, seen that, said that, heard that somewhere? And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that people who kiss the boss's asses never get promoted. But I certainly take issue with the idea that companies and managers and directors inside an organization only promote the people that kiss their butt. Think about this for a second. You've got a job. You got a cushy job. You got a good job. You're a manager. You make good money. You've worked hard to get there. Do you think I'm going to risk everything? Would you risk everything just to promote a friend? If you didn't believe your friend could do that job and execute it competently and help multiply the work of others and make you look good and had your best interest in mind, just generally capable in all those aspects, do you think you would promote him? If you thought that this person that you like, that brown noses you, and let's pretend like you didn't notice they're brown nosing you, because trust me, the directors, the managers, they know. We talk about it all the time. But let's just say that we didn't notice. You managed to kiss our butt in such a subtle way that we completely didn't understand what you were doing. And we didn't believe you could do a job. But just because we like you, we're going to promote you into a position that will negatively impact us and maybe even cost us our job. That doesn't happen. That's not how things are made. It's not how people make decisions. They're not going to promote somebody just because they like them. They have to believe that they're good at what they do. They have to believe that they're going to be able to do the job that they're going to have them do. So the myth that kissing the boss's ass is the only way to get promoted is not true. Now, I'll tell you one thing, though. Understanding how to communicate and manage up. Understanding how to help the person who you're working for achieve what they want. And being capable of doing the work that you need to do. That's not kissing ass. That's being useful. It's being valuable. That means you're establishing trust. And that person gets promoted. So don't go in tomorrow and kiss his ass, because that's not going to get you what you want. You want to help, support, be competent, and be able to communicate and manage up. That'll get you promoted. Okay, so that's Mythbuster number 2, in case you believed in these things. And I don't blame you, because I believed in them too. Like, you're not alone. There's a lot of people going to watch this and be like, yeah, I believed in that. Or I believed in that at some point, and they're sitting here watching this video going, amen, yes, this is reality. This is what actually happens like 90 or 80, 90% of the time. This is the norm, not the other way around. And the final one is a lie that we tell ourselves a lot of time that is just absolutely counterproductive to what we want, is I'm too old, it's too late, I'm set in my ways. I can't change. And the thing about all of these myths or these lies that we tell ourselves is that if we tell ourselves and we believe them, they all become true. They all become true to us, at least. And we act accordingly, which makes them reality for us. A lot of people think they're too old to change. They're too set in their ways. Maybe they're too old to get a promotion, or they're too old to make the money that they want to make. And that's almost always false. I mean, if you're 95 years old and you're in a nursing home, and yeah, you're not going to be the CEO of a company. I mean, I'm not here to just talk crap, right? But let's take an example of somebody who I know who's in his 60s and found himself without a job and was very scared that people wouldn't hire him on full time because, companies are looking for the younger talent so that that younger talent can grow, and that younger talent grows and stays with the company, which, by the way, is an interesting idea, but if your leadership sucks, that younger talent moves around. I mean, right now, the younger people, they hop companies at the drop of a hat. I mean, you've really got to treat them well to keep them there, and most companies struggle in that regard. But let's say that you still believe that you've got the leadership skills, you're going to get these young people and bring them up, and that's why you don't want to hire a whole bunch of people who are old. And that's ageism, realism, whatever you want to call it. It is what you see. That does exist. It is there. But let me tell you something. When you're looking for an expert, somebody with experience, somebody that can temper, you look for a guy with gray hair. Because that's where they add value. So maybe you're not going to move up in the company that you're in, but you could go off and become a consultant with the experience that you have, and you'll be exceptionally valued for them in the key moments where they need that experience, that level hand, that knowledge, the I've walked down this road before, that information that only someone who has been through this has had. So you're not too old. Maybe you're just playing the wrong game. Because as you age, the games change. Your opportunities change. And if you cop out and go, I'm just too old and so I'll never get anywhere, you'll never see where you can get. Does that make sense? And the other thing that people say is, well, I can't start now, or I'm too set in my ways. And I was like that a lot. You can change whenever you want to. Let me say that again. You can change whenever you want to. The only people stopping you from changing is you. That's it. It's nobody else. It's just you. I promise you. You are the only person stopping you from changing. So if you want to change and you want the situation around you to change, then, get out of your own way. Figure out what it is that I need to do to get what I want. Not that it's too late for me to start. How do I do it? And what do I need to do? Okay. So I know it's all sounded a little bit harsh, but I wanted to give you the realities. Because when I work in organizations, I tend to find that you have a lot of employees that fall in those camps that believe all three of these lies or one of these three lies. It's very common to see that inside of an organization. When I talk to management, I tell them, I said, look, your job is to multiply the skills of everybody below you. You need to have communication skills, enough self-awareness to know who you need to be and who you need to be for these people that are in front of you that work on your team, for them to perform at their highest level. That's your job. But then I go down, and when I'm talking to the employees, I tell them this. Who gives a crap at how bad your manager is? It's your life. It's your career. It's your money earning potential. Screw how bad he is. You do a good job because that's who you are. That's who you are. And as you invest and grow in yourself, you will get the opportunities, whether it be in the same company or a different company. That's just the way it works. Don't wait for the perfect manager. Be the person that you need to be to get to where you need to go or where you want to go. And you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Anyways, this has gone on too long. Perry Schumacher, my company, dedicates itself to helping managers, helping employees, and helping people. That's what we do. Our goal is, if we can, we'll produce the best leaders, we'll produce the best followers that will then become leaders, and we will help you navigate the treacherous waters that is starting a business and running it. My gosh, there's so many pitfalls in that, and I've managed to hit almost every single one of them as I've gone through life. So what we do is we help everybody around us as much as we can, and no, we're not cheap, but we do that. So this is a free video for you. I hope it was helpful to you. If you have any questions down below here, you can write comments. Please do. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to hear some comments. Have a great evening.